Hello and welcome to the last two races of race day for the BMW M4 GT3. A lot of people are having trouble with these last two, and I've actually got lower PR than probably a lot of people have. I did a different upgrade path that saved me a little bit of gold. I did a video about all that, and I'll put a link to that at the end here. So, first thing you need to do is you need to make sure you're not using tilt A. You need to be using tilt B or anything else where you have a manual accelerator, because you need to do a lot of coasting to stop your engine from overheating. So if you're using tilt A, you're gonna just non-stop fail this stage. It's impossible. It used to be in the old days that they didn't even let you use tilt A or any auto accelerator when you would do a stage like this. So I'm kind of surprised at this, but oh well. So you need manual accelerator, and you're gonna see this here. You're gonna see when I'm not on the throttle. Like right here, you can see I was off on neither brakes or throttle for a while. Same with here. I'm gonna coast for a while. See that? Got on the brakes just a little bit because you also can't go off track. So just taking it easy here. The basic premise of this stage sounds easy enough. You've already got the lead. Don't get overtaken. Don't go off track. Don't let that engine overheat. Now, I didn't test this, but usually in these types of events, when you are about to overheat your engine, the thermometer is going to start flashing and you're going to hear a ding, ding, ding. You can get away with like 2 or 3 dings before you actually overheat. So you can push it that far if you want to. I don't want to. Another option with this is to let second place catch up to you and push you, because the way this game works, you're covering more distance while you're heating up that engine, so drafting will actually make it a little bit easier. So watch here, you can see when I lift off the throttle, nothing for a while. Went a little bit deep into this corner, so that's not great, and still have a pretty good lead. Still have a ways to go yet, but this is showing you that that engine temp is slowly getting up there, and it does become a problem before this is all done. So to really, let's see here, what other really important things can I tell you? Don't waste any time skidding. When you're skidding, you're probably going to be heavy on the throttle to pull, maybe because you're just staying on the throttle. I mean, I usually get off the throttle when I start skidding, but you're definitely wasting time, and so you're going to have to be on the throttle more to maintain your gain. Here you can see I'm out of the throttle, just coasting quite a long time. Sometimes bots really mess up in the bus stop. That's that section we just went through. It's called the bus stop. Bus stops typically have a left-right and then a right-left turn. The other notable bus stop in the game is at Porsche Test Track. And currently I can't think of other bus stop sections in the game off the top of my head. Doesn't mean they're not there, I just can't think of them. But bots do very bad in bus stop sections in this game. And if you're running with high assists, so will you. Because steering assist high, brake assist high, traction control, it's just gonna ruin it. Ooh, nuts, that's no good. So, in addition to not using tilt A, you also can't have any assists on, really, if you want to be maximizing this, because they're just going to be messing you up. So here you can see I'm getting that engine temp pretty high. Not really liking this very much, but let's just see how this works. Take it easy here, and I'm purposely letting second place catch up because I want to get pushed at this point. Come on, get hooked up here. There we go. So I want to get pushed for a while because I can't get overtaken. You see, another wonderful solution is to do the pit maneuver on this dude, but that's not allowed on this particular stage. So look at that. Okay, well, what happened behind me? See what I mean? They really suck at the bus stop. Sometimes bots have a horrible crash. Okay, so that's an interesting strategy. By being hooked up in the draft, he went into that way too fast and totally blew his braking point. I don't know what happened. Something got screwed up with the bot programming several updates ago, and they don't know how to handle that bus stop at high speeds. They just totally blow it. It's kind of hilarious. I'm gonna have to service this car, and of course I'm not gonna make you watch that, so we're just gonna do a little bit of editing here, and we'll get on to the last race. Alright, there we just flashed forward, and still I've got the same upgrades. And again, check out the video link at the end here to see the cost savings, or the cost difference. You save some gold, you gotta spend some extra M dollars. Okay, same thing as last one. You need to have tilt B controls or something that gives you manual accelerator, and you really should have all of your assists off. Just showing you that. That's going to give you the most control, and if you're not used to driving this way, it's very hard to learn all of a sudden, so you're probably going to end up having to buy more upgrades, and well, nothing I can really do about that for you. So here you can see I'm already going to be saving fuel right from the start. I'm going to be saving fuel because I did one test on this, and it's right as you get to the end of this, the first place bot starts to encounter some traffic. And we're just going to try to use that to our advantage here. So I'm going to do some pretty heavy gas savings, but well, I might not do that. We're just going to see what happens here. I might do an alternative strategy because I don't want to do all this and then fail it again. So I might get a little bit creative with it. But for now, I'm just going to bide my time because, there's several laps to go here. Hooked up in the draft nice and long. I want to stay hooked up in the draft nice and long because that's making my fuel go a little bit further. This game doesn't take into account how high your RPMs are. It doesn't increase your fuel consumption based on high revs or decrease it based on low revs. It's a pretty simple algorithm. So the more distance you cover, well, you got the throttle down, the better. So there you go. Now, slowly closing on first place, but it looks like I'm not going to get, it's going to be a while, so I might as well bide my time. I'll get out of the throttle here nice and early heading into the corner 1. You'll see that there. Oh, I stayed out really long. Didn't quite get the trajectory correct. Don't remember if I'm allowed to go off track on this one or not, but I don't want to do that. That's just going to actually waste more fuel. Ooh boy, that's not very good either. Okay. And then there's another lap to go after this, and already that fuel level's making me nervous. So, I think I'm gonna do a pit maneuver on this dude. That's what I think I'm gonna do. And a very specific type of pit maneuver. I need him to turn 180 degrees. So there's some lapped traffic. Well, not lapped. That's the tail end of the lead lap. And he might make this easier. Probably would. It would give me more chance to stay hooked up in the draft with this guy. But he's going to totally suck at the bus stop. We know that. So I'll get out of the throttle early. And then you just watch this. I'm just going to catch up on him like nobody's business. And there we go. Nice overtake. So I want him to go into the wall, but be basically 180 degrees from the way he is. So watch my throttle. I'm going to lift off the throttle just as I'm making contact with them. Pretty aggressive contact though. There we go. So now look at this. The reason why I have to make aggressive contact is because the Porsche has high grip. And high grip cars are pretty hard to give the pit maneuver to all the way around like I did. But look at the benefits of this. I'm going to do a ridiculous amount of coasting because I did try this once. And I ran out of fuel really far from the finish line. I tried to make him push me, and that just didn't work. Other people caught up to me because it was too much of a deficit. So, wow, I really hurt him. He lost second place. That's pretty funny. So I can do an awful lot of coasting here. Really nothing to worry about. Yeah, I'm not really sure how much fuel I need yet, so I'm going to do a lot of saving because, from here on, we're like full throttle. I only lift for a little bit before the bus stop if I want to do this, fast. So stay as low as possible for all of these laps, as low as possible. So that's right sides in the double yellow is as low as possible. Why? Because that decreases, that's the shortest distance around the track. So that's why you want to have your tires really low. Okay, I'm going to stay out of the throttle for quite a long time. I might let him catch up enough for me to even get hooked up in the draft. Ooh, he's coming fast. I better go. Oh, nuts. There's a bit of a gaggle there. Okay, well, that could be bad because, well, I'm getting him to push me. They might start to try to overtake. Oh, no. This is looking good. No problem at all. And actually looks like I've got quite a lot of fuel left. Okay. Well, there you go. So that's how I do it, guys. And this upgrade path gave me a little more top speed, but a little less acceleration. I think it basically evens out for, well, probably doesn't performance-wise because the PR rating was lower. Anyhow, that's how I did the last 2 races, guys. Please like, please subscribe. Here's the other, well, in a little bit here. The other video I was talking about where I show the upgrade paths, I compare costs. You can see that. Something else for fun. Hope you enjoy this one. And yeah, I'm kind of late doing this one. Wasn't going to do it, but there you go. Race you later.